Hi everyone, Nigel Saunders here. As you can see, the glass greenhouse is pretty well empty now. Yesterday was kind of the last warm day, and I looked at the weather report and it was going down to -6 degrees Celsius at night on the weekend, and it's going to snow. So I thought on the last kind of warmish day, which wasn't that warm, it was about 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, I thought I'd move all the trees from the glass greenhouse here into the basement for their winter storage. So today I'm going to clean all the glass on the glass greenhouse, clean it all out, and then I'll move in all the more tender, hardy trees like Japanese maple, Japanese black pine, my bald cypress, my dawn redwoods. Anything that's kind of sensitive like that, I'll move into the glass greenhouse for the winter. And the really hardy trees will go into the poly house for the winter. It's not heated, but they're protected from the wind. I like to clean the glass in the glass greenhouse here at least once a year. You can see the heavy algae stains on the windows here. So I'll clean the glass inside and outside, so it's nice and clear for the winter so I can see the snow outside. So let's head down to the basement now and see all the trees. Here is a look at the trees in the basement. They're pretty packed in. It's going to be fairly challenging watering them all. So I've got my Portulacaria afroforest here, and it has its own grow light above it. And down here I have my Sarissa. It also has its own grow light above it. So that's what that looks like. Yeah, so I have a lot of the succulents down here, all my jades, Portulacaria afras, my citrus trees, my ponytail palm, my yucca trees. What else? I've got my Burt Davii ficus down here. I'll keep an eye on it. If it looks like it's not doing well, I can move it up to the plant room. My cypress there, the aloes. Yeah, that's about it. That filled the basement up quite nicely. So I think I can get at everything to water it. It's not too bad. I've got my pomegranates back there. Yeah, it's crowded, but not too bad. I can reach everything. Got my lithops down here. My Chinese privet. Yeah. So that's the basement. I had to move a few of the trees into the plant room. My silk floss tree, that was a new addition. A few little ones, like my euphorbia down here, which is still alive. The date palm. Yeah, not too many more, but camera's fogging up in here. But yeah, everything's pretty good in the plant room this year. It's not too crowded. All of the summer cars will be off the road November 15th, and then I'll be back to driving the Micra for the winter. We had rain all day yesterday, and my cube is absolutely full. So I'll have to drain that to about the halfway mark before it freezes over. Last year, I didn't get time. We suddenly went cold, and the cube froze over, and I didn't get time to drain it, and it expanded and kind of pushed out the metal on the sides. It still holds water fine, but I didn't like that happening, so this year definitely I'm going to drain it. If it's halfway full, when it freezes, it kind of rises up. It doesn't strain the bars. Outside here, still getting some nice fall colors on the larch. Yeah, it's looking quite nice. Yeah, they look beautiful in fall. Most of the other trees have lost their needles. You can see my northern bog forest, they're pretty well bare. I'll also have to do some cleanup in the poly house. The roof is hanging in there. That tuck tape seemed to do the trick, but I'll check it over before winter comes. I know I was going to redo the poly house, but I Just didn't have the time or the money this year to do it, so it'll just have to stay the way it is. I've got my little miniature bonsai bench in here. All the trees are in the basement, but I can leave the bench out here. Yeah, so it's pretty well barren here, ready to bring trees in. The skies today are pretty gloomy. You can definitely feel the cold in the air, and the snow will be coming this weekend. Yeah, it's been a pretty dark, rainy, cloudy few days lately. I'll head back into the greenhouse now and continue cleaning the windows. I've got a bucket of water down here. I got soap and water to clean them all, and then I've got glass cleaner to finish it off. I still have a few trees in here, but they could go outside on the bench for the daytime anyway. I'll just move them back in at night. Okay, let's tackle the windows. Spray it with soap and water first. And I can use my rag and just scrub it all down. It comes off pretty easily, this algae. It shouldn't take me too long to clean the greenhouse. Maybe a couple of hours at the most. And I'll sweep the greenhouse out. I'll get all the leaves out and all the debris that's fallen down. Make it look as clean as I can. You can also rub down all the aluminum. It gets kind of a little dirty over the summer. Gets dust on it. It keeps your greenhouse looking brand new, which is nice. I've seen some pretty grungy looking greenhouses in my day, ones that haven't been cleaned in many, many years. And it's very rare I have this greenhouse empty. There's always, you know, these semi-hardy trees are in here in the winter, and then they go outside and the tropical trees come in. It's just a never-ending rotating of the trees. Yeah, it's going to be hard getting used to the cold weather. The coldest we've gotten so far is -2 or 2 degrees below freezing. And if we get this -5 or -6 that's coming on the weekend, and snow, it's going to be quite a change. So I'm glad I got all my trees moved when it was a little warmer out, so I don't have to take them out into the cold. I kept them out here as long as I could, and I think, you know, early November is pretty good. It extends the season quite a bit. My wisteria, that's still green. It hasn't gotten any fall colors yet, and I'm sure it'll come. I got all my cables for my solar powered fans and lights. Move those out of the way. Yeah, I like this greenhouse in the winter. You can work away in here and there can be a blizzard outside, and you stay nice and fairly warm, and it's kind of nice hearing the wind and the snow howling outside while you're working away indoors. It feels like you're outside, but visually, but it's very nice in here. It's like working in here on a rainy day. It's very nice and pleasant. Even in here, it's about 15 degrees Celsius right now, which is not a bad temperature for working on windows. Wow, this window really has a good stain running down it. down below the benches here, the windows are the worst. You can hardly see out of them. And I have my first weed down here growing in the gravel bed. So I'll have to dig that out, root and all, make sure that doesn't come back. Other than that, I've never had any weeds growing in here. This gravel goes down really deep, and yeah, there's, I guess, not many seeds drop down in here. Yeah, but these windows are going to be a challenge under here. They're really, really dirty. And I got to clean all these spider webs out of here too. I've been cleaning underneath the bench here. I got that weed out. I had to dig down really deep to get the roots. And boy, is it ever lighter in here now. It makes a big difference cleaning the windows. You can see over here, they're all gunged up. Here, they're getting pretty clean. Yeah, it makes a big difference. The whole greenhouse, I can tell, is brighter already. I've got all the windows underneath the bench all cleaned up. And it's a lot brighter in here. I've got all the leaves removed from the gravel. And I leveled it all out. So that is ready for trees. Yeah, it's so much brighter in here now. It's unbelievable. So I've got the other side to go now. So I'll have to work away at that. I have finished cleaning the glass on the second half of the greenhouse. So it's nice and clean down below. It's amazing the difference. I can see outside now. It's lighter in here. It's just fantastic. It's like having a brand new greenhouse. It's just amazing. So I've still got some cleanup and some organization to do. I've got to clean out all my tools and my pile of bottles down there and just try and make as much space in here as possible so anything unnecessary can go out into the plant room or somewhere else. So I have lots and lots of room for trees in here over the winter. I went inside and had lunch and I sat down, and I think that was a mistake. I was really sore when I had to get up from crawling underneath the benches here and cleaning all the windows. Yeah, it sure tired me out. So I think I'll leave it until tomorrow to move all the trees into the greenhouse here. I still have a little cleanup to do. I've got to sweep the floors and clean up under the bench at the end here. So there's still a little more work before the trees come in, and it's not too cold tonight. It's still a reasonable temperature. This afternoon we're heading off to the orchard. I've got 2 more larch trees to dig up from the nursery bed and put out into the First Nations garden. So we'll do that this afternoon. And then I'll get a good night's sleep and start back at it tomorrow. So that's all for today. I'm Nigel Saunders. Thanks for joining me in the Bonsai Zone.